I love DPs.
Like double penetration.
Some double penetration.
Double penetration on your own with some solo play.
Hello, and welcome to the Double Penetration Podcast. Here are your hosts, Creep and Steel.
Damn, have I missed that intro, boo-boo? Woo, we is back. Double Penetration Podcast with your host. He is your friend, Mr. Chris Steele, and I am your favorite creep, bringing you volume 20? We're on 20?
23.
Woo, 23.
And for the basketball fans out there, Michael Jordan. And then when we get the 45, I'll say the same joke again. And then it will stink then too. We should also say, well, I don't know. Will this be on Demon Seed?
Will it? No, I don't think so.
No. So
I think that will be I think maybe the next one or the next one after that.
Okay. Well, we have some things to talk about. This show is more about us as opposed to you guys.
Awesome.
Yes. And we haven't spoken in a while. We have some wild tales to tell.
Yeah, we do. Yes, we do.
And for our Patreon subscribers, you guys got a special little treat called Shopping with Creep. Now with this,
yeah, I think it's going to be a new thing.
Yeah, I think so. I think maybe once a month, Creep will
probably every week
call me. Well, maybe Creep will call me on Google Hangouts, and we'll go shopping together. Today we went to Ulta and Target. But I don't want to give away what happened. But let's just say Creep may or may not have showed a person her breasts.
And spent way too much money.
Yeah, I kind of gave her some shit, but, you know. It's none of my fucking business.
Oh, man. Yeah, so much to talk about this week. Your friend, Mr. Chris Steele, went on vacation for the first time in a while.
Such a long time. Since 2001.
That's fucking wild.
I left the state for the first time since 2001. Holy shit.
That's crazy. We had some creep ventures on the road for... Yeah. I've been on the road for, 3 weeks now?
You've been on the road just right after... I think we left the same time.
Oh, yeah. I think I left a few days. Yeah, a few days before you left.
Mm-hmm. It's fucking crazy.
Crazy.
But before we get to these tales and stories... Folks, go to our website, doublepodcast.com. Write us there. Scroll to the bottom. Write us anything. Say hello. You can follow me on Twitter at Mr. Chris Steele. You can follow our show account at Double P Podcast. No. Fuck, it's been so long since we've done this. I have no clue what the fuck to say. I used to have it down, and now I'm like...
I got it. I feel like I have it down now.
You have it down. Go for it. You start the plugs.
I feel like I do. Check out our website, doublepodcast.com. Follow us on Twitter, Double P Show, Instagram, Double P Podcast, and email us at doublepodcast@gmail.com.
And patreon.com/Double P Podcast.
That was pretty good.
Yes,
I feel like I could never do that when we did it every week, and now I'm like, I got this shit.
I have not.
It didn't flow, but like I had it.
See, you came prepared more than I have. I mean, I've been podcasting with my pals over at BGST, but we're fucking busy being children arguing about video games. So I've been plugging the show over there.
Hell yeah!
I called you my sexy dopey friend.
That's actually pretty accurate. So.
Well, yeah, I'm not lying. So,
especially the dope part.
Ooh, Creeps high on dope.
Pretty okay.
And by dope, I mean caffeine.
I just chugged that coffee, and now I'm ready to go.
She's
for
fucking
another
rocking and rolling.
I'm I so need more coffee right now.
Yes. I almost warmed up my pot of coffee today. I kind of like a warmed up, burnt flavor of that.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
Go through any Dunkin' ever.
Yes, Dunkin' Donuts sucks. I'm not trying to run Dunkin' Donuts down, but you guys, your coffee's not very good. However, your breakfast sandwiches are the shit.
I'm so disappointed. I'm so, I lived in Mass for 10, 12 years. Creep ran on Dunkin', okay?
Mm-hmm.
And now it's so hard to put it in my mouth. And y'all know I never have a hard time putting anything in my mouth, okay? So, like,
So that's
it's
true.
pretty rough. It's, like, watery and burnt always.
So what were you drinking down in the...
Starbucks.
Oh, you went for that
Yeah, and I always hated Starbucks. I was like, fuck that shit.
Hey.
But now I'm like, I need Starbucks. Like, I need it. It's strong. It's fucking delicious. Like, I used to get so I didn't know how to order it. Now I'm like, I got this shit, you know?
There is an app that you can download on iPhone, and it may be on Android, but you know what? If it's not on Android, that's on you. That's a you problem. But it's called Secret Menu, and they have all the places where they have secret menus, and they have a secret menu for Starbucks. And they have a secret menu item called Butterbeer Frappuccino. So if you've been wondering what butterbeer tastes like from fucking Harry Potter Land and Universal, it tastes like that. So I'd give you the recipe, but no, download the app, Secret Menu. But enough about Secret Menu.
No.
Fucking.
Let's talk about what a fucking horrible road trip I had.
You've had a bad road trip. I had a great vacation.
I've had the worst few weeks, like, ever. So I'm so glad you had fun.
Well, how should we start this? Should we get the Adventures of Chris Steele? Well, I mean, I have a gaggle of stories.
You have, like, good ones, though, and I have pretty bad ones, so I feel like we should, like, even them out, like...
Okay.
I don't know. Mine are, like, pretty... I can make them quick, short, and...
Well, no, we have an hour to fill, and, you know, I mean...
I just don't want to spread too many, like, depressing stories. I mean, it does end with a lot of pussy and tits, so, like, that's cool.
That's
but, like,
positive.
There's a lot of bad that, like, surrounds that.
Right. Well...
You started off. You get us with a bang.
But should we end let's make sure we end on a positive story.
Oh, definitely.
Because I mean, I have great stories. I have fun, adventurous stories.
I don't.
I'm sorry.
I mean, like, I have a few good ones, but, like, I'm just gonna say the whole trip there was a fucking disaster. Like a fucking disaster. Like, it was such a fucking disaster. Like, I'm a professional road tripper. I basically road trip for a living. And it was the worst experience of my fucking pathetic life. Ever.
I had a few minor disasters.
Yeah?
But nothing like... They were inconveniences, to say the least.
Oh my god.
But, huh.
Why don't you hit it? You can hit us off.
So, are you familiar with the movie from the 1990s? I think 1991, maybe.
I was but a wee lad. I mean, I was a fetus creep.
You were a fetus creep, but I'm sure you've heard of the Macaulay Culkin classic Home Alone, right?
Oh, definitely. It's a classic.
Yes. So, the night before my wife and I left, we went and had dinner over at my in-laws' house, and we made arrangements for my brother-in-law to come pick us up to take us to the airport. He said, what time do you want me to be at your house? I was like, 6 a.m. He says, perfect. He's like, I get up at 5:30 and I'll be there at 6. I'm like, sweet. So me and my wife get home, and I tell her, I'm like, all right, I'm going to set my alarm. I go, let's get to bed early. Let's not fuck around and make sure we got all our shit packed and be ready to go. And I was like, I do not want to have a Home Alone moment. I said, I do not want to wake up late.
That sets it off, though.
Yes.
Like, that's instant karma.
Yes. So we were both like, all right, we're not going to be able to fall asleep. Let's split a Xanny bar. So we split a Xanax, and I was out. I was out like a light. My body naturally wakes me up in the morning because I wake up so early. I open my eyes. I look at the clock. I blink really, really fast. Holy shit.
Oh my god, I can just see this.
5:58. I throw my blanket. I go, babe, we're late. We got up, and as she gets up, she looks out the window, and here comes my brother-in-law driving down our street and pulling into our driveway. Oh, It was we were gonna get up at 5:00. We were gonna get up and wake up, brush our teeth, spend some time with our cats, and enjoy
Why
the
would
morning.
you think you would get, like a decent morning? That's just crazy.
So it was legit. And as we were driving down the road to the airport, I start chuckling, and my wife says from the back seat, she says, "What's so funny?" And I go, "We fucking had our Home Alone moment, babe." And
it's so good.
my
That's
brother-in-law
so funny.
he's like, man, he goes like, I was about to be pissed off because I pull up and I don't see any lights on, and then all of a sudden I see a
Just
light
zero,
on.
Nothing. Do they have a key to your house?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they could have like drug you out of bed. I'm like, that
Yeah.
would have been even fucking worse if like nobody could get to you and y'all were just snoozing away.
Yeah, so like
That's mad funny.
like I didn't even have a chance to like be nervous about flying.
That's good though, because I think as everyone recalls,
I am a fearful flyer.
Yeah. And like, how did that go for you? Tell us.
Well, I mean,
How did-
I told my first story. I think now I should give you the floor or the proverbial stick.
Let's see how this started. We're going in like order here, right? Like
Right.
chronological order.
Mhm.
So basically, I've been up here. I was away from home for like a week before we left, a little over.
Well, do you
And
want
I didn't get shit for sleep all fucking week, okay? Like, not shit. And we, decided to do this road trip. First of all, I was going to try to drive the truck and the trailer beforehand, so I was, like, used to it because I drive a tiny little fucking car, and, like, I'm not good with big shit, even dicks. And that didn't happen, okay? And then we were going to leave at, like, midnight, okay? So it was like, okay, we're going to nap and be rested and ready and wake up and go. But neither of us could fucking sleep. So I'm like, let's just fucking get on the road. Get the truck, the trailer, all this shit. We get on the fucking road.
So can you say who you're with?
Yes. I met up with Lady Bella Kush.
From episode 4.
And so we're like, let's do this shit. So we just fucking hit the road. I didn't sleep at all. And the night before, I really didn't sleep. So I'm already fucking exhausted. And she's already fucking exhausted. And we're just fucking done already. And we have a 35-hour road trip ahead of us. So yay. Immediately into the drive, we hit the worst fucking snowstorm I've ever seen in my fucking life. Like, semis were pulling over. I feel like when semis pull over, like, it's bad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't feel bad for stopping.
Right.
So, yeah, we hit the worst snowstorm that turned into the worst hailstorm that turned into the worst rainstorm. Like, it was a fucking disaster. And we couldn't sleep, and we couldn't drive, and we couldn't do shit. And it was like...
So you were just on the side of the road, just chilling out?
Like, I would try to push through it so hard, but, like, I'm in this huge fucking truck with this huge fucking trailer. So I'm already a nervous fucking wreck, and I'm already tired, and I was just trying to push through it. But, like, you could not see shit. Like, you could hardly see the semis. You couldn't see the road. You couldn't see shit. And I'm just like, this is where we die. Like, we're dead. Like, sorry, it was nice knowing y'all. We're dead. Like, it was fucking horrible. For states, it was just, like, snowstorm, hailstorm, rainstorm, thunderstorm, lightning storm. Then we got fucking tornado fucking warnings. And the wind was fucking... It was just, like, the fucking worst drive of my life.
You know what you should have did? You should have filmed it.
Yeah, I don't think either one of us were like, before we left, we were like, yeah, we're going to record the whole thing. We're going to have so much fun. It's going to be fucking awesome. And then we were just like, I want to fucking die. Like, it was just so fucking horrible. Like, we couldn't stop and sleep. We couldn't do fucking anything.
So, well, I mean, I don't want to ruin anything yet, but how long did it take you all in all to get there if it was...
Okay. So it was really a 30-hour road trip that I was like, okay, like 35, obviously, like just off the start, we'll say that. No, it took us like 76 hours.
Holy
to get to Denver.
shit.
Yeah. It was the worst
That's like
drive
4
of
days.
my fucking life. It took us forever. We were late to the event. Everything, everything sucked. Like, we were so fucking done. Like, we were so done. Like, it took us 76 hours. And mind you, like, none of that was sleep. It wasn't like, oh, we stopped and slept for a few hours. Like, no. Like, we pretty much drove straight through. Like,
God damn.
it was I maybe slept for 3 hours, and same with her on the whole way up there. Like, it was literally just like it was so horrible. It was so fucking horrible.
Wow.
So, like, can I just get all the bad shit out of the way?
I mean, you can, yeah, if you want to just keep
Okay.
going.
So, like, we finally make it through all these fucking storms, right? And we end up in this horrible fucking state that I'm not even gonna name. And we get fucking pulled over. Right? And I'm like, well, I'm not speeding with this huge ass fucking trailer, so what the fuck? This cop was like out to fucking get us. He's like, oh, well, the lights on your trailer don't work, so sucks to suck. You can't go anywhere. And we're like, what do you mean? And he's like, you have to get off at this exit right now, and you are not to get back onto this interstate until the lights are fixed. And it was like 7:30 o'clock at night. So we couldn't go anywhere and fix it. And the exit he made us get off at had no gas stations, no hotels, fucking not a damn motherfucker, nothing. There was just cornfields, and that
What
was
a
it.
dick.
And like he held my ID forever.
You gave
he was
it
just
away.
trying to get us, like, you know what I mean? He was just like trying to be like, I don't know. He had a bad fucking day.
You gave it away.
And
You gave away the state.
like when?
When you said cornfields.
No, I didn't. You wouldn't expect the state to have this. I don't think. I don't think. What state you thinking?
Nebraska?
No, it isn't.
Oh.
No, it isn't. Close, but it isn't. Actually, Nebraska was a much better state to travel through, just to put that out there. Like, definitely go through Nebraska, but it stinks, but it's great. Oh my God. So we were like just starting to wake up. We were tired as fuck. We'd been in the car for like 50 fucking hours at this point. And he's like, nope, pull over. You're done. He was such a dick.
Yeah.
So we did, and we had to wait like 3 hours for somebody to come fix the fucking light before we could get back on the fucking road, right? Then we stopped at this fucking gas station, and the fucking lady at this gas, I just wanted a fucking pack of cigarettes. Like, mama deserved a fucking cigarette, right?
Right.
So from the minute we walked in, I look rough. I smell rough. We're like so nasty. And she's like giving me the eye. And I'm like, well, fuck, we got some food. And I'm like, no, I need cigarettes. So I go, I give her my ID. She stares at it for like 10 fucking minutes. Like, even the guy, like, her coworker behind the register is looking at her like, why the fuck are you doing this? You know what I mean? Like, he was even like, you're kind of being ridiculous. Stares at it. Oh, I don't know if this is you. Oh, I don't know.
Ugh.
I'm like, I definitely don't look less than 18. So, like, go fuck yourself. And I'm so done right now. Like,
Right.
I still haven't slept. Like, fuck you.
It's
she
just
literally,
cigarettes. Like, if you were buying
Literally.
booze, I would understand.
No, like, yeah, like, just the one fucking pack of cigarettes. You can give me a cigarette. I really don't give a fuck. Like, just let me get the fuck out of the state. It was fucking horrible. And then she's like, oh, yeah, like, you still have eyebrows. And I'm like, yeah, still have my whole face. Like, I still got eyes and a nose and lips and ears. Like, we're still good. Like, can I just have my fucking pack of cigarettes? And there's a guy behind me, so I was getting all nervous and shit. And she finally gave it back to me. And long story short, I lost my ID in some random ass fucking state. Gone forever.
That sucks.
And it was horrible. It was so fun. And then I was like, we're going to get pulled over again. And then neither one of us are going to be able to fucking drive anywhere. And we're going to be stuck and stranded. And I can't even get like a printout ID. Like, I'm fucked. And like, everything is fucked. And this is stupid. And I'm done. And like, it was fucking, it was so horrible.
That sucks.
It was so horrible. And then we finally got there like so fucking late. And we got to the house. And the girls were fucking awesome. And they were like, running out to help us and shit. And I just like went in the bathroom and cried for like 2 hours. Like, I just fucking like cried forever.
Wow. I feel really bad.
And like, I still couldn't sleep until like that night because there was just so much going on at the house. And it was just like, really? Like, fucking really? Like, it was the worst. More storms, it was crazy.
That sucks.
It was crazy.
I mean, at that point, I don't understand why guys just didn't fly.
Well, like, I'm like a professional road tripper. So I was like, bitch, you want to drive? Like, we got this. It's fine. Like, literally, like, I can drive for like 19 hours nonstop. I'm usually really good at that. And then, like, we can sleep for a minute and then we'll just have a little bit left to go. Even if you wanted to break it into 3/10s and sleep for a couple hours in between, like, I'm good. Like, I'm golden. I got this. And so we took a lot of stuff. Like, we needed the trailer because there was so much stuff for the event. So it worked out better. And like, no, it didn't. It was like everything. Like, we were just like, we're the locusts. Like, bring it on. Like, fucking, like, we hit fucking everything we possibly could. It was so crazy.
But
It
there
was
were some
fucking
positive
nuts.
things though that happened.
Yeah, we didn't kill each other, which was really cool. Don't think I could have done this trip with anyone else ever. Like, somebody would be dead or left on the side of the road, or I would have just like abandoned ship. Yeah, we didn't die.
Yeah.
We didn't go to jail. I don't that's like all I got.
Well, you met our friend Foxler.
Oh my god, yeah, when we got there, but I think it's you can do it your turn. I'm like getting all heated thinking about this shit. I was like, it was horrible. It was really fucking horrible.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you had such a bad adventure.
No, it's fine. There even was a gas station attendant who was he was horrible too. Like, I just asked him for like I was like, oh, do you have a bathroom? Yes. I was like, okay. And then like he was being such a dick to her, and I came out and I was like, oh, do you have hot glue? No. I was like, okay. Like,
Wow.
he may have gotten cussed out by someone. Like, it was just fucking horrible.
He may have gotten cussed out by someone.
He may have definitely gotten cussed out.
You want to say what state that was?
That was in Denver. That was
Yeah.
that was our first stop in Denver.
Wow.
And we were like obviously like done, like beyond done. And it was just like the icing on the cake.
That sucks.
It was crazy. The whole thing was fucking wild.
We'll talk about Exotica.
Okay, so Exotica was really lame. Like, I guess it was like this second year in Denver, and there really wasn't anybody fucking there. But I met Foxler, I met Cody Wolf, I met fucking the peeps over at Demon Seed Radio, who are going to be working with very, very, very soon. I did an interview with them on their show. I got a lot of my free cams merch, and then I stood outside for 2 hours.
You stood outside.
I stood outside for like 2.5 hours.
Why,
Or
did you-
more.
Did you have a panic attack or something?
The show was just so lame for me. Like,
It just
no,
wasn't
like I brought a
hyped.
shit ton of business cards and I gave out 2. Like, it was like nobody was there. There really wasn't anything going on. Like, I had more fun sitting outside than I did inside. But like, yo, like, it was so fucking awesome to meet Foxler and Cody, and like they were fucking dope. Like, oh, I love them so much more now. And I was like super awkward because I was like so excited and like so anxious too.
Did you
And I
guys
was just like, hi.
did you see them first, or did you guys plan to meet somewhere there?
Well, like like they had messaged me and they were like, yo, we're here. We'll be here at this time. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be there at that time. They're like, yo, it's dope. And I was like, I'm gonna hug the fuck out of both of you. Like, don't be alarmed. I'm gonna like be so excited and squish you. And like none of that happened. I was just like, hey. they were like, oh, you're a creep. And I was like, yeah, hey. And they were like, oh, okay. And I was like, hey. And we like took a bunch of pictures, and then I like was like, okay, well, like I'm gonna go. And like we both like circulated, but it was such a small place, like we kept passing each other, and I'd be like, hey.
So was
They
it
were like, what the fuck?
So was it like in like a hotel, like banquet hall type of deal?
I don't even know. No, it was a convention center.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just.
Now,
But it was really tiny. Like, there was a lot to the building, but we were just in like one tiny, like a pretty tiny place. Like, I don't know what I was expecting, but just like not that. And like, nobody could show titties or anything. So like, all the girls had to be wearing pasties and like underwear minimum.
wasn't that like how most shows are, or most shows can you
No,
show
like
titties?
some of them you can be topless, and like
Really?
some of them you can show pussy, but you can't do penetration, and like some of them you
Wow.
can show your tits and stuff. Like when I was doing the interview with Demon Seed, they were telling me that like 2 girls had just gotten like kicked out because some girl showed her asshole.
On Demon Seed?
No, like at the
Oh.
during Exotica, and I was like, damn, I didn't get to lick it first. And he was like, no, I think that's what was starting to happen. And like they both got kicked out. Like it was a big production.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was like really pissed that I missed
I'm an
that.
old school ass eater too, so.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I came out the womb with an asshole right in my mouth.
I
I don't know whose it was, but like it was somehow just, there.
Well,
It
now
was crazy.
being
They were like fucking
being in Colorado, and Colorado being the awesome state that it is, did you partake in any illegal marijuana? If you want to answer.
Yeah. I wasn't like, I was way too tired, and the elevation always fucks with me, but we were like way high up in the mountain, so it was like extra fucking with me. And I was way too tired, and I know if I smoked, I would just not do anything, or I would get super paranoid because I'm not good smoking around like new people. And like we were with a lot of girls, and all the girls were fucking awesome, but I was just like already anxious. But I smoked one night and like went straight to bed. Like that was it.
You're like, all right, peace out.
I was like, deuces, gotta go. Like,
so how many of you chicks were there?
There were, God, I don't even remember, maybe 10 girls total. And then we had a couple weekend girls that came.
Was there any dudes there?
No.
Good. Dudes always ruin the party.
No, it was just some good old pussy loving, you know.
Wow. Oh, creep froze. Folks.
It was mad.
What'd you say? You froze?
At Exotica, like I was just standing outside and this guy comes up and he's like, yo, because I brought Nigel, my alien husband, to Exotica with me because why the fuck not?
Right.
And like these guys come outside and they're like, oh my God, that alien. He's like so cool, dude. Like, yeah, like fucking love him. And like my friend's trying to get me to send him all these nude girls, but like I just keep sending him pictures of dudes, and now I'm gonna send him a picture of your alien. And like and he just kept going on, and he was like, yo, like I just eat acid, like I just eat a lot of acid and like shrooms, and like I'm just really fucked up. But like having these like super intricate conversations about like everything, like math and like Denver as a whole from like the beginning of a time until now, like it was fucking wild. And he's just like, yeah, like I eat a lot of acid. And this huge dude, like there was a column, and this huge dude, you just see him like his head poke out, and he's like, somebody need acid. And like I just started dying fucking laughing. And he just like slowly like retreated back behind the column, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, it was just like the best shit ever. Like there were some really dope people there.
I haven't ate acid in a long time.
Somebody need acid.
That's so funny.
It was crazy.
Well, that's at least fun.
Yeah, it was good when we got there, but I'm sorry,
did you at least have fun?
Rambling.
No, you're not rambling. It's interesting.
Once I got to Denver and once I got in the house, we had a lot of fun. Like we had a party bus take us down the mountain and get to Exotica and then back to the house, and then like, so it was fun at the house, definitely, but like the drive there, like the after was just kind of like fuck.
Yeah, that definitely would have killed a lot of the buzz and the mood, you know.
I was just like so tired. I was just like so.
How long were you guys supposed to be there?
So we were supposed to get there Tuesday and leave Monday, and we got there like Wednesday and left Monday. But all the girls knocked out like a bunch of content. Like they made like, I think over 40 videos or something. Like they like killed it. Like everybody was like on their A game, making videos on the Snapchat, like just getting fucking wild, like pussy everywhere. Like it was great. We all ate, like everybody, like I really was dreading it. I was like, I'm not gonna be around this many girls and like everybody's gonna leave alive. Like it's not gonna happen. But like all the girls were fucking awesome. Like, they were all gorgeous, and they were all, like, fucking awesome. Like, hilarious and fun and sweet. Like, I didn't expect that many girls to be cool.
Well, I mean, you're all
dope.
in the same
like,
business.
Awesome.
I can't imagine. I mean, girls are catty, no offense, but...
Yeah, no. Like, I hate girls. I'm like... Especially that many. Like, somebody's got to suck. But nobody did.
Dudes are no better. There's always that one dude that likes to try to alpha male everybody, and I hate that shit. I fucking hate that shit. If you're the type of dude that likes to be the alpha male and not just be just cool, and you're always that fucking douche alpha male dude, your buddies know who you are. You may not admit it, but you're a douche. I hate that alpha male shit. I fucking hate it, man. Like, I hate feeling like being, like, I hate when somebody tries to alpha male me, because dudes know, and it's like, come on, bro, you're really going to fucking do that shit?
I don't get it. Like, I don't get the point of it.
Dudes are just fucking assholes.
That's why I usually don't like attractive female, especially a lot of them, because one of them's bound to be like, oh my God, I'm better than you.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody was. Like, it was the fucking best thing.
Maybe
ever.
everybody was just
so
high
great.
because, it's illegal there.
It was just high. Like, it was so good. It was so fucking great.
I've never been in the altitude like that, so I would wonder how it would fuck with me.
I've been to Denver a few times and it always fucks with me. Always. Like, you can feel, like, one, it's harder to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, obviously, there's less oxygen. But drinking, like, when I did drink last year when I went to Denver, I had one drink that my friend made me. They had, like, this crawfish boil for me. Or, like, we just had it. It wasn't like it was for me. But, like, I had, like,
in
one
honor
drink.
of Creep, crawfish.
I had one fucking drink, went to bed on an air mattress in their living room, and woke up covered in my own vomit.
Jeez.
And it was fucking horrible.
Well, maybe somebody
And we
spiked
had, like,
it.
No, it was just my friends. Like, it's the altitude. Like, if you, like, when you drink, it's, like, a lot. Like, it's, like, one drink is, like, 15. Like, it's crazy.
Really? Oh, that'd be awesome.
It's serious. So, like, that same day, I woke up covered in puke. I'm hungover as shit. I can't really breathe. I'm like, fuck this. But we had a fucking brewery tour that day. So, like, I can't pass that up. They're like, do you want to stay home? I'm like, no, I got this. And, like, we went to so many different breweries in, like, this bus. And every brewery, I took, like, one sip of beer. And I was like, I'm wasted. Like, I can't do this.
That's
like,
so
it's
funny.
so horrible.
That's so funny.
Yeah, Denver's, like, definitely, like, you gotta, like, prepare for that shit. Like, even if you do, like, it's, I guess it's, like, always hard, like, for anybody.
How was the trip back?
Not horrible long, because we were both just, like, still tired as fuck. And we had to drop some girls off at the airport and other places and drive home. And I got to stop and see my friends. I was excited about that, but, like, still long, like, still really long.
Still long.
There's one point
Still
we were
really
like,
long.
okay, we got a hotel, because, like, we didn't get hotels the whole way. We just like tried to sleep in the car for like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to the hotel. We had driven for like 15, 16 hours, but I was just exhausted because I've been up all day. And we were like, okay, we're setting the alarm for like an hour and a half. It was like 11:30. We woke up at like 7:30. We were like, oh my God, we gotta go. But it, like, wasn't rested. Like, we just crashed and woke up. It was, like, the black hole for, like, 8 hours. Like, it
Right.
didn't even count. We got in yesterday. I slept all day yesterday. All night yesterday. Woke up this morning to get a replacement ID. Like, it's just been wild.
It's just been one of those days. One of those
It's been
adventures.
crazy. Yeah, it's been so crazy.
It wasn't too depressing.
No, I was like, oh, it's gonna suck. There
No.
were a lot of fun things that happened, but I'll talk about the videos, like, later.
Yeah. Well, where should I begin?
What happened with you?
I don't know. Well, my brother-in-law dropped us off at the airport, and so that's when it kind of set in, like, holy fuck, I'm actually getting on an airplane. And I'm not really nervous, because as soon as I walk in, like, I have my ticket, my e-ticket on my iPhone. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you keep dropping. And so I have my e-ticket on my iPhone. My wife has her e-ticket on her Android. And because we got first class, we got Sky Priority through the airport, which was pretty fucking dope.
What is that? Oh, where you, like,
I don't
you
have...
just go?
I don't... No. That's if you do the TSA pre-check-in. Sky Priority
okay.
is a separate first class security line that you could go through that's incredibly shorter, and judging from observating, a lot nicer security people.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
they
dope.
seem nicer. I don't know.
That's worth the money in itself.
But here's where I was confused. Now, Delta, we flew Delta, and Delta Airlines has a thing called the Sky Lounge. And the Sky Lounge is separate from the regular waiting area. It's a high-class lounge where you can get soups and salads and breads and beer and
I've
liquor.
heard of this.
And it's all free.
From the uppers.
Right. And so,
I dreamed of such a place once.
Yes. And so I thought with my first class ticket that I would gain access to the Sky Lounge. Boy, was I wrong.
Oh, no.
Here I am telling my wife all this cool stuff that we're going to get in the Sky Lounge. We're going to get this and all this fucking cool fun stuff. And she's like, oh, that's awesome. I go, you could even take a shower in there. I go, if we have time, I just might take one just because I can. So I was all excited because we got to the airport fairly early. Our flight left at 8:35. We got to the airport at like 6:20. Our plane didn't board till like 7:55. So
That's awesome.
yeah, so I
You had
figured,
time,
well,
yeah.
fuck, I am actually going to take a shower now. So here we go. We walk in, and then we get into this area, and I ask a lady who I assume is just like a Delta agent that kind of directs people where they go. Turns out she's a Delta agent who tries to sell you an American Airlines, or not an American Airlines, an American
that's the
Express
worst.
Delta card. And she's doing her whole spiel, and I'm like, nah, I'm not interested. Could you point me in the direction of the nearest Sky Lounge, please? And she's like, oh, it's
You're
right over
I
there.
got this.
So then I walk into the Sky Lounge, and I said, do I need to check in, or can I just go up? She goes, oh, no, you need to check in first. And I go, oh, okay. So I hand her my phone, and we scan it. And she's like, I'm not showing your reservation, Mr. Steele. And I'm like,
God.
I go, well, I have first class. I thought first class I gained access. She says, no, only first class international flights gain access to the Sky Lounge, but you could pay $80 if you want access to it. And I'm like, nah, I'm cool, thanks. So we
That's
walked out of there
bullshit.
dejected. Yeah, I was kind of pissed off because
I would have felt so stupid, and I would have been so pissed all at the same time.
I was very angry. So,
That is bullshit.
So we had to go wait in the regular waiting area with everybody else, and here I'm thinking that
Gross.
yeah, I know.
These peasants.
It's like, goddamn, I was so close to the promised land with
crazy.
all the rich people. Here I am, this tattooed fucking 6'5" white guy walking up the stairs, and no, I had to sit with the peasants. Ugh.
Horrible.
No, just kidding.
The fucking nerve.
But no, the
Don't you know who I am?
I know, right?
I'm your friend, Mr. Chris.
I was like, oh, hello, and believe you me, I said, oh, hello a lot, to the point where my wife had to ask me to stop.
I'm
She's
surprised
like,
somebody wasn't like, yo!
she's like, I
Mr.
can't keep a
Chris
straight
in the
face.
house.
I know. I was hoping to be recognized. I was hoping somebody would hear that and be like, wait a minute, I know that. Oh, hello.
Yeah, right?
But no.
We'll get there. You got this.
Our DPP caholics. You guys are out there,
They're
but
like, yeah, they're somewhere.
they're out there. They listen.
I usually see people I like or that know me, and I'm like, yo. Oh, I did get to meet. I got to meet our girl.
Oh, Soul Tiger.
Tiger.
Yes.
I got to meet that bitch.
She's awesome.
It was pretty fucking awesome. We hung out for like hours. I bought us some pizza. We
That's
walked
nice.
around forever. Like, it was dope.
That's awesome. Shout out to her.
I got a little sidetracked.
That's okay.
I forgot about the good things.
That is a good thing. You were so wrapped up in your anger.
Yeah, like it was a lot, but yeah.
Anger can
Okay,
really
so-
take over a fucking person. I tell you that.
I never get like I used to like rage. Like I used to just be so angry,
Right.
and now I like can't get there.
Yeah. I don't try to rage as much as I used to.
Oh, I wish I could rage right now.
Yeah. I used to rage out pretty hard, but not anymore.
That's crazy.
I've mellowed out. But so we board the plane. We order like first class is the shit. I told my wife, I think I'm ready to start regularly vacationing. I was like, but I'm only gonna fly first class. And she's like, okay, whatever. And then afterwards, she's like, okay, I agree with you.
I agree.
Yeah. But
yeah, what's like the difference? Like, what did you get?
so first class gets the board right away, which is nice. So
Yeah, that's good.
So we get to sit down right away. I sit down. I put my bags up. So we have our own. First class has every seat in first class has its own spot in overhead storage. So that's
Word.
good.
That's dope.
So we put all our shit up there and then sat down, and the nice stewardess comes and asks if we want a drink. And I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling fancy. I was like, I would like to have a mimosa, please. My wife says, yeah, me too. That sounds great. And I'm thinking, you know what? This is a perfect drink because we're sitting in first class. It's a little early for champagne, but you know what? Mimosa, champagne, and orange juice can't go wrong.
It's always time for that.
So she brings us our champagne and orange juice, mimosa, and on the first class seat, there's kind of like a little table, just like a little itty bitty table on the armrest where they kind of combine. I set my drink down, I take a sip, and I'm like, oh, I need to log on to the airplane Wi-Fi because I bought us the Wi-Fi. Log on to the Wi-Fi, feeling pretty good. I'm like, all right, I'm going to be tweeting from the sky. Feeling pretty fucking good right now. I'm not even nervous about flying. take a sip of my drink, set it down again, and then boosh, spilled the drink all over my lap.
No.
A full fucking mimosa with like 2 little sips taken out.
No.
My wife goes, I knew that was going to happen. I go, well, if you knew it was going to happen, why didn't you hold on to the drink for me? She goes, well, little did you know, the first time you set it down, I picked it up because you almost knocked it over.
She's like, I can only do so much.
Yeah, so I had to use my first class blanket to dry myself off because at
You
this
poor thing.
I know. At this point, everybody was walking in, and I couldn't get my stewardess's attention. So I had to use my blanket to dry off.
So tragic.
I know. So after I dry off and feeling okay, the plane starts to drive, like taxi to the takeoff runway, right? This is why I really hate flying. Is that momentum and how fast it picks up? They don't give you a countdown. It's like you're on that spot, and all of a sudden it's like that fucking throttle, man, and it pushes you in the seat. And as you take off, I have a video of me videotaping it myself for a minute of the takeoff. My wife's laughing. She's like, "Oh, it's like a ride at Cedar Point," and Cedar Point's a roller coaster theme park thing in Ohio. So shout out to them. So I'm fucking panicking, flying, taking off. So I'm holding onto her hand tight, and so we're feeling good, or I'm not feeling good.
I'm actually not feeling
No,
good.
I'm kind of feeling like shit because just nerves and other things and whatever. So I'm trying to like remember everything. So we're in the air flying. We get our breakfast. That's all right. First class breakfast was actually pretty good, surprisingly enough. People complain about airplane food, but that first class fucking meal was pretty good.
It's not bad.
And then I got a Biscoff bar or a Biscoff cracker from Delta.
Oh, okay,
Those are the fucking shit. Biscoffs fucking rule. The fucking stewardess hooked me up and she gave me some to take back to my hotel.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So we land, and that was kind of scary because when the landing gear goes dunk dunk, I was fucking scared. I'm like, what the fuck was that? So then we land, and as we're landing, I'm laughing. She's like, why are you laughing? I'm like, I'm so happy that we landed, I couldn't help but laugh. So then we make our way out of the airplane and through the fucking airport in Tampa because we went to Madeira Beach, Florida, to go to the rental car place. Get to the rental car place, do all this other shit. Go to the outside of the garage. The guy's like, oh, yeah, you can pick any one of these cars. He goes, the keys will be in the cup holder. I'm like, cool. I'm going to pick the gray one because the blue one's ugly. Went to the gray one. There's no fucking keys. All of a sudden, this guy comes up and says, hey, that's my car. And I go, well, the guy over there told me I could pick any one of these. He said, well, the guy over there told me I could pick any one of these. I'm like, well, I don't know where the fucking key's at. He goes, well, I
was having a field day.
Yeah. He goes, well, I have the key. And I go, all right then. I go, sorry. I go, like, where, like, if you're gonna pick a car and you're renting a car, where the fuck were you? And all of a sudden, he just pops out of nowhere. It's freaky.
Anybody want acid?
Yeah, I would have probably bought some. So I ended up picking a white. Was it white? I think it was white. I can't remember. Maybe it was. Yeah, it was a white one. It was a white SUV. So I got a white SUV. Got to we got to our hotel, and man, just being on the beach and only seeing the ocean one other time, man, that's the fucking ocean's the shit. I love the ocean.
Especially like in Florida, it's different beach than like.
Because I was on the Atlantic side, not the Gulf side.
Yeah.
One time, and that was really different. But man, and it was really cool because our condo hotel thing that we were staying at was so close, and we had a ocean view. And in the morning, we'd wake up and see dolphins just swimming.
It's so great.
Fucking awesome, seeing dolphins and shit.
So great. Especially first thing in the morning, you're like, today's gonna be a...
It was. I posted a couple of videos on my Twitter. I'll maybe retweet them.
Yeah. I didn't see anything. I haven't been on my phone at all in weeks.
You haven't been on your phone at all in weeks. Yeah, I
Just to
posted
post
some cool
nudes on my
videos and some
premium.
pictures.
Like I haven't really like done anything else besides like work.
Well, you got to do your work shit. That's more important than Twitter.
Oh yeah, but like I usually like scroll and give a fuck, and I just haven't.
I mean, I didn't really do too much tweeting other than just sharing a picture or a Chris Steele video.
Yeah.
I have a good Chris Steele video, a real good one that you'll probably laugh at.
A real good one. Did you post it yet?
Yeah. They're all posted.
Oh, okay.
They're fucking hilarious. The one is really funny. I'll have to send it to you.
Sorry, I just yawned so hard. I coughed.
That's all right.
Woo.
So,
Did anything crazy happen in Florida? Anything
well,
wild? Was it spring break week?
I don't think it was spring break week because there wasn't a lot
I
of
think
people.
that happened the next week.
Yeah. Well, we stayed in an adults only resort, so that was fucking cool. It was all old people.
Was it a nude one?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
That's dope. It was an adults only one because they get some wild kids down there.
I just don't want to deal with fucking kids jumping around in the pool and acting like fucking assholes.
Yeah, and crying and being like dicks and shit.
Yeah, I don't want to hear fucking kids screaming and crying in the next room over. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But, so, let's see. We went to this restaurant called Dockside Dave's. They had a fried grouper sandwich that was really good. Pretty
Yeah?
alright. Yeah, it's alright. Trying to think of some other fucking
I
cool
love
things.
grouper sandwiches. I'm like terrified of fish, but like grouper is okay.
I fucking got really badly sunburned.
Did you?
Fuck yeah.
Life.
It sucked. I was all burnt and shit. And I had suntan lotion on too. But it was only SPF fucking 30, so maybe that was why.
Nah.
My
That's
fucking
funny.
Michigan skin wasn't ready for that Florida sun. So, and
That's
then
crazy.
what else happened? I left the curtains wide open and the door wall open and banged my wife.
Nice.
So that was fun.
Very nice.
Yeah, fucking laid one deep.
Oh my god.
I did,
I did.
but she wasn't ovulating, so she didn't get pregnant. I know my wife's schedule.
I believe that.
Well, she has an app on her phone, so she keeps track. So every now
Yeah.
and then I take a look. I want to know if I can blow a
Mine's
load.
always like different.
Huh?
Mine's always different.
Hers is pretty. Her app pretty much is spot on. So she has her cycles down. She knows when she's ovulating. She knows
I
all that stuff.
wish.
What if you knew when
I'm
you were
like,
ovulating?
I'm always just like, when am I gonna get my period?
Well,
What's
if you-
gonna happen today? What's
I'll-
gonna happen this month? Like,
I'll have to get the name of the app, and then all you do.
no, I've used a lot of apps, but my body just doesn't. Like, I think I have like ovary problems. It's always just like,
I don't know. Maybe you spend
I'll
too much.
get like 2 or 3 periods in a month, and I'm like, okay.
Well,
Like, I
maybe-
don't take birth control or anything, and they're just like so irregular.
Maybe you spend too much time beating that thing up.
Maybe.
You know,
Maybe.
it's business. It should at least know that. It's all for work.
Who knows?
Got the fucking swim with a sea turtle. That was really cool.
That's dope.
Like, for real, like a sea turtle was. I could have just touched it if we wanted to.
That's dope.
But I didn't take any pictures. I had my waterproof case on my phone, which was
And you
awesome.
didn't?
But I went up to the hotel room to fill our mugs up with more booze. And then as I came down, I saw people like crowding around this area, and I said to my wife, "I think they're looking at a sea turtle." She goes, "Let's go look." And I didn't think about grabbing my phone, and then we went and hung out with a sea turtle for a little bit.
Better to experience real life, like
Yeah.
by yourself.
I didn't.
It's nice to put the phones down.
Mm-hmm. That was the one cool thing, like about, like, don't get me wrong, I love being on Twitter. Twitter's kind of fucking, I guess, like my second life. I like being on Twitter, and I like knowing what's going on with all the shit that I follow. But
Yeah.
it was nice not really giving a fuck about any of that shit. Like the
Nice to
NCAA
just-
tournament was going on and shit. And usually I do the stupid brackets and I watch all the fucking games. I did not watch a fucking one.
You didn't.
No, I didn't
That's
give a
pretty
fuck.
good though. Like, it's just so nice. Like, especially with your wife, like to just not do anything
Yeah, and
but
then
that.
what else happened?
And
Got
lay deep ones.
laid a deep one. She's like, "I thought you were gonna pull out." I was like, "Oh no,
Oh no.
no
You
way,
thought wrong.
nope." And then we got a shit ton of awesome seashells.
Oh yeah, you have to.
And then I found a fucking crab claw.
Nice.
But she wouldn't let me keep it. She's like, it's
Why?
meat. It'll spoil and it'll stink. And I'm like,
Oh yeah, it will. It's bad. They're bad.
Yeah, so I was like, oh yeah. But I found like the lid, like the top head part of a crab.
Oh yeah.
So I found that, and then I found
the
like,
lid.
I don't know,
fucking
like his
lid.
head shell.
The lid.
So I don't know if like a
That's funny.
seagull got him or something. Fucking pelican. I
pretty
fucking
funny.
walked up on a pelican hanging out on the cement wave breakers.
They're mean.
I was probably 5 feet away from it, and he was just giving me this evil look. And Nicole,
Yeah.
my wife's all like, she's like, I wouldn't get too close. She's like, because if he fucking flies, he's gonna get you. And I'm like, I'm not getting any closer than what I'm at.
That's funny.
So I snapped some dope pictures of him. Fucking pelicans are mean looking.
They are mean in general.
Yeah. Yeah, so then we watched some sunsets, and you kind of like, growing up in Michigan, it's like, yeah, I've watched the sunset on Lake Michigan a couple of times, and that's kind of cool, but
Not same.
It's kind of like when you look at the two bodies of water, you look at it like, oh yeah, they look the same in the sense of like they're endless bodies of water, basically.
Yeah.
But there's just something about an ocean sunset, man.
And like the sound
Yeah,
of the waves, and like it's just so quiet and so peaceful. And
We slept with the door open because it was just
Yeah.
a glass door. There was no screen. Maybe there was a screen. I can't remember. Oh yeah, there was
Probably
a screen.
not.
But one day
Probably not.
we left the screen open on the balcony, and in the middle of the night I woke up and I'm like I was like chewing on sand.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sand blew in. I'm going.
Yeah.
Sand was all in my
That's
mouth and
crazy.
shit. My wife wakes up. She's like, why does it feel like I'm chewing on sand? I go, it's because we left the door open so we could listen to the waves. We should have probably closed the screen.
That's crazy.
And then we ate a shit ton of Hot Pockets.
That sounds like a perfect fucking night.
It was just like, well, we could go out to eat every night, but then it was just like, no, because then we'd have leftover food. And it was just like,
Yeah, and you don't eat it, and then
Yeah.
like you just waste so much money.
so we just, like, we went out to eat 3 times, but most of the time, like, every night we were eating Hot Pockets and grilled cheeses. So it was all right by me. I felt like a college kid.
That's fucking awesome.
Oh, what else happened?
Pretty good.
Oh, so the rental car we had, it was a, I think a Nissan Rogue. I think that's what it is. And it has,
Oh, I want one of those.
well, this fucked me up. I like to the point where it's like, if it's ever an option on a car that I buy after I decide that I don't want my truck anymore, fucking, I will never use it. So it had front sensing cameras, which is cool. So if like I had the cruise control set, it would sense if like I was getting too close to a car, so it would slow down. Well,
Yeah.
I'm driving, and all of a sudden it just goes beep 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 beep, just like it goes beep 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 beep, and it was just like it locked all my brakes, and it like made me like kind of like start to go sideways and shit. And there was nobody in
horrible.
front of me, nobody around me, and I'm like, man, that, like the fucking car like glitched out.
That's horrible. I always hate those because, like, even if you're just driving on a regular road, it beeps when, like, cars are in the other lane. Like, it's so fucking annoying. That's terrifying. I would have flipped shit.
And the other thing that I noticed about being down there is like there's like crossing like sections to cross the street, and you push a button and these lights flash and cars are supposed to stop. That was new to me. I had to get used to that.
Wait, what? When you cross the road?
You know how like if you're walking on the sidewalk and you want to go on the other side of the street, and there's like those like
Yeah.
crossing lights that you hit the button and the cars are supposed
Oh,
to stop. Yeah, that was new to me. I ran one of those one time.
Really? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not even, like, at red lights. It's just, like, stop signs.
Yeah, and they're like just kind of
Too,
like
yeah.
the yellow
They just
diamond shaped
blink,
ones,
yeah.
and like the lights
That's why the
flash.
speed limits are, like, 25.
Mhm. And then I had Yingling beer for the first time.
Oh, yeah. Good old Yingling.
Everybody talks about how good Yingling is and how it's like the best beer ever.
It's, like, all right.
It's just beer. It was all right. It was better
Same
on
as, like,
draft.
Shock Top. Like, Shock Top was, like, the shit back in the day. But
Yeah.
it was, like, the southern version of, like, Blue Moon. Like,
Mhm.
same.
Yeah. I like Blue Moon, though. I still drink that. But everybody
I
makes it.
definitely liked it still.
Everybody made a big deal about Yingling being the shit, and my old co-host used to really like Yingling and always talked about how good it was. So I was like, all right, well, I mean, I hear good things about it. I'll try it. And like I said, it was all right, but like for everybody to make such a big deal about how good Yingling is and it's like the best beer ever, and it was just like,
No. Like, maybe back in the day, and like for Floridians who are like sheltered as fuck. But like now, like there's like so many options and shit.
Mm-hmm. The flight home was better than the flight down.
Yeah, that's good.
Because we were in a bigger airplane on the flight. I mean, if you really want to get technical. On the flight down, we were in an MD-88, a McDouglas 88. And on the flight home, we were on a Boeing 737ER. Now on the flight,
sounds better.
Mm-hmm. And on the flight down, they didn't have the screens in the headrest, so we didn't get to watch movies. But on the flight home, they did, so that was really nice.
That's dope.
And so
Oh, no, go ahead.
on the flight home, the first class seats were even bigger, and I had even more leg room.
What?
Yeah. But
That's dope.
I really had to piss so bad on the flight home. So my another big fear of mine flying was getting up and walking while 30,000 feet in the sky.
Nah.
Well, I got the piss while 30,000 feet in the sky.
That's dope. I get more scared of. I've flown a lot in my life, and I am terrified to go into an airplane bathroom. I won't do it. I never have. I've like almost pissed and shat myself. I won't do it. Like I won't go in one.
It was well, I'm 6'4", almost 6'5".
Oh, that sounds scary.
I had to like really crane my neck over like this all the way to the right
to get in,
to stand to take a piss, and I was like, man, it'd probably be more comfortable to sit down and piss than it would be to stand.
That's crazy. I had a first on my road trip. I don't shit in public. My whole life, I will not shit in public. I won't do it. I can't do it. It just will not happen. I've maybe taken a poo in public twice in my whole life. I won't do it. I did it.
I'm proud of you, because I don't like shitting in public either.
No, did it. And I clogged the toilet.
I clogged
and
the
I
toilet.
ran. And I ran out of the gas station bathroom, and she was pumping gas, and I just mouthed, like, we gotta go now. Like, we have to leave right now. And she just, like, hurried up and jumped
Oh,
to
no.
the toilet. Like, my worst fear ever. Like, I clogged the left, and, like, should I have told somebody? And, like, people are going to be talking about me for, like, days. Like, not me specifically, but, like, that bitch that clogged the toilet. And, like, I didn't know what to do. It was, like, terrifying.
You fucking clogged the toilet.
I clogged the toilet. I don't even think I clogged it. I think it was already clogged. And then when I flushed it, it was, like, nah. And it just rose.
Did it
just
overflow?
Rose and rose and rose, and it was like overflowing when I like ran out.
And
I was like, they didn't have a plunger in there, and I like tried to take the top off and like fuck with it, and nothing was working. So I just like ran, I ran out, like.
So did water come
full
out of the
speed.
toilet?
Yeah, it was like doing that as I like left, and I was like, I have to go. I'm like, we have to go now. Now I'm like mouthing it to her, and she's like, okay, like we're going. And I'm like,
Creep drops big
like, I
shits.
just stole like the whole store. Like I was like, we have to go right now. And I like ran out, and the lady that worked in the gas station, she was like, have a good night. And I was like, yeah, you too, bye. And it was like a one stall, like it was like just a one bathroom in there, so it was like
no.
like it was just like the whole thing was so fucking horrible.
Back in
It
the
was
day,
so fucking horrible.
back in the day when I was young, not again anymore, but we used to go to like Kmart and like department stores and shit with my mom, and we used to take me and my friends, we would go to the bathrooms, and if there was a plunger in there, we'd stick the plunger in the toilet and just keep flushing till it started overflowing. We were assholes.
It's horrible.
Yeah,
It was so scary.
that's funny.
It was so scary. And I don't even know if I should share this with people. I had a giant, this is so nasty. I had a giant boil right on my ass cheek.
Wow.
And I don't know how it happened or why it happened.
So
it was like the night before we left. It was the night before we left. I could not, like, I had to drive the whole way. It was so uncomfortable. It hurt so fucking bad. Like, I could not sit in the seat comfortably for the whole drive home. A boil. A giant fucking boil.
Did you
right
pop
on my
it?
ass. It, like, I mean, I don't know if this is too gross, but, like, I took a shower last night and it, like, kind of popped itself. And then, like, oh my God, there's a giant hole in my ass right now. Like,
Wow.
besides my asshole. There's, like, 2 giant holes.
A boil,
on
huh?
my ass right now.
Ew.
It was so big and so bad. Like, so horrible.
I was pissing on the
gross.
beach.
Yeah?
You know how like they have like those you could get the cabana with the chairs, like the lounge
Yeah.
chairs.
Yes.
Well, I was pretty 3 sheets to the wind, and I was like, yeah, I'm tired of going to the fucking bathroom that leads into my, like, there, like, we had the pool, and then there's like a step down and then a gate to get out from my resort to the beach. They had a bathroom out there. I was tired of getting up and going to take a piss, so I just started pissing in my seat and my pants.
Hey, I mean, there's nothing else to do when you're at the beach. You just go.
I'm sitting there pissing. My wife goes, "Do you hear that water leaking?" And she goes,
Oh my God!
She goes, "Are your shorts still that wet?" And I go, "No, I'm pissing." She's like, "Ew." She's like, "Why didn't I think of that?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Why
She's
didn't
like,
I think of that?
She's like, "I was pissing in the ocean." I'm like, "I pissed in the ocean a couple of times."
That's mad funny.
Fucking
Always
during
pee in
low
the
tide, I
oceans.
walked out like a fucking, I don't know, 100 yards. I don't know if it was that far, but I walked out pretty far. During
Pretty
low tide.
far.
Pretty fucking far.
Yeah.
Yep. Pretty
That's
fucking
pretty
far.
fun. Before we end this, are we ending this soon?
I was getting ready to hit button 3, which is you know what button 3 is.
the ending.
Yeah.
The ending.
Yeah. So do you got?
I want to like talk really quickly about some dope videos that are like coming out very soon from this whole thing. So like I did a Spunk Lube shoot, which was super dope. Shout out to Spunk Lube. There was a gallon of lube drenching me. Like it was just me it was fucking crazy. It was so fun. It was so crazy.
Did they
So
shoot
there's
you
that.
with that spunk lube with turkey basters, or
Huh?
how did you pour the lube on you, or were they shooting it at you?
No, it was just being poured on me from above. I was
Wow.
like laying down and I was just getting drenched in lube. And it was crazy. And like, I'm so bad with photo shoots, and he was trying to do a photo shoot and I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, I can't do this. Like, I don't know. But then like when I laid down on the ground and I was being covered, I was like, yes. Like, this is good. Anyways, there's a lot of dope videos. I did a BDSM video with 3 other girls. I did another like video where I got face fucked by some super hot bitch. Kaya
She had a
Eve,
strap
and,
on
like,
on?
It was just dope. Yeah.
That's hot.
It was beautiful. Yeah, I think a lot of the girls did like a lot of like hardcore stuff. There's some softcore stuff. Like there's a shit ton of videos coming out. So like of like every kind. There's foot fetish videos, fucking just like every fingering, you know what I mean? Like super like soft to like pretty hard, like just some good shit.
So we're gonna be able to
Coming
get
out.
all
So
these dope
y'all-
videos.
Well, I mean, you can get them from all of the girls. I don't know all of the girls' like Twitter names off of my head, so like maybe we'll have to tweet about that soon. But like, yeah, like your favorite girl, we'll tweet about it. Pick your favorite girl, or mine will be on creepqueen.com, creepqueen.minivids.com,
I will say this.
camgirldollhouse.minivids.com. The whole event was a Camgirl Dollhouse event. So search that too. I can't do words anymore. I'm really tired, but there's some hot smut coming out.
We'll tweet about it.
Yeah.
I'll retweet you. I will say this. I was following your Twitter while you were there, and one of the girls I think you took a picture with, or was maybe even was retweeted by Bella's, what's her, what is it?
Camgirl Dollhouse.
Camgirl, yeah, maybe Camgirl Dollhouse. CG Dollhouse, that's their Twitter. That's how I always see it.
Yeah.
They must have they retweeted one or tweeted one of some other chick. One of those girls blocked me on Twitter.
Who?
I don't know.
Well, find the fuck out and let a bitch know.
Yeah, I was like, oh, who's this? She's kind of cute. And then I click her
like-
picture, and I'm like, oh, she's got me blocked. That's
That's
interesting.
fucking crazy. I wonder why. That's
Yeah.
so weird. There was Kaya Eve, Little Puck, Kinsey,
Little Puck.
Chelsters. Little Puck's hot as fuck. She's so hot.
Maybe that was the girl. That sounds
Kaya
familiar.
Eve's hot as fuck. Chelsea. All the girls were hot as fuck. Kinsey. I can't think of all the rest of them. Adora Belly.
Oh, there's that Spunk
Cara
Loop picture.
Day. That was like a horrible behind the scenes picture. I look like such a dweeb. But
I know.
Like, whatever. I'm like, it was so embarrassing. Like, fuck all of you.
Fuck
I'm
all of
having
you.
panic attacks. So let's go.
You're getting a text. I was trying to find this girl. Y'all.
No, I'm like, I don't know. We're good. Trying to find one.
I was going to find that girl for you. Oh, well. I'll tell you off air. I'll tell you later. I'm about to hit this. It has been quite a while, Creep.
It has.
It has been a long time since we've done a show.
Feels good to be back.
It legit has been almost a month. The last show that we did was, I think, like March 12th.
That's right.
So that definitely would make this.
That would
month.
make it a month.
Yeah. Holy
I think
shit.
That's how you do calendars and stuff.
Wow. That's how you do calendars and stuff.
It feels so good to be back, bitches.
Yes, and we're going to be doing a lot of cool stuff with Demon Seed Radio. We're going to talk about that, but we kind of got lost track with talking about stories and adventures and swimming with dolphin. Oh, I didn't tell you I swam with a dolphin, too.
Yes, you did.
I did? No, I said sea turtle. I'm talking about swimming with a dolphin.
I think you did.
I told you I swam with a dolphin?
I think so.
Well, I swam with a dolphin. They were like 15 feet out from me and my wife while we were in the ocean. We weren't really swimming with them, but we're in the ocean, so technically we were.
So technically, yes.
So it's quite amazing. Folks, this has been volume 23 of the Double Penetration Podcast. You could visit our website, doublepodcast.com, Double P Podcast on Instagram, and at Double P Show on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at Mr. Chris Steele. That's MrKrisSteel. And you can go to our Patreon, patreon.com/Double P Podcast, where you can hear Shopping with Creep, our new exclusive Patreon-only show where we shop with Creep and see all the cool stuff. Creep, where can everybody find you and all your smut?
Find me at creepqueen.com.
Yes.
Can you hear me? There's a cop. I escaped.
There's a cop. I escaped. I can hear you.
I look like mad sketchy sitting here, so I'm like, I'm going to leave. Yeah, find me at creepqueen.com.
And Twitter.
CreepXQueen.
Yes, folks. Folks, it feels so wonderful to be back. I'm so happy to be broadcasting with my friend Creep. We have 20 seconds left. I don't know what else to say, but other than thank you for listening, thank you for rating and reviewing, and thank you for being a friend.
Yeah.
Hello, I am your announcer, Bethany. Please remember to rate and review 5 stars on iTunes. Rating and reviewing helps out the show. Thanks for listening to the Double Penetration Podcast with your hosts, Creep and Steele.